Good morning. Actually, what time is it? I don't even think it's morning anymore. It is 11:55. So I've been awake just doing nothing, relaxing, watching a couple documentaries, but I am about to run to Barnes and Noble because I found out last night that there's illustrated editions of The Hunger Games. So, for anyone that doesn't know, which would be anyone watching this channel because this channel is about makeup, but I love books, and The Hunger Games is actually one of my favorite series. It could be a little hard to read, okay? The Hunger Games is very brutal, especially when you reread it as an adult. Very brutal. And I have some critiques, but you can love something and still critique it. But I love The Hunger Games. It's one of my favorite series of all time, and I had no idea there were illustrated editions. And so when I looked at the cover of the very first book, I have seen this cover before. Oops, what is that? Excuse me. I have seen this cover before years ago. I thought this was just an alternate cover in like a different country, like the UK version or something. I always thought this was the alternate cover. I had no idea it was already like an illustrated edition. But then when I looked up the publishing date of this illustrated edition, it said January 2024. So like, has this been an illustrated edition for like years? Or what's the story here? I didn't do too much research because when I tell you it was like midnight when I found out about this because I saw somebody post it, I was just like, hold on now. And they were only posting because they were sent the illustrated edition of this book and Catching Fire. And I was like, first of all, I had no idea that there were illustrated editions. Apparently, I'm not the only one who feels that way because I saw lots of people commenting saying, wait, there's illustrated editions? How come this wasn't news? How did it pass my radar? Actually, I know how it passed my radar because I have been pulling away from online bookish spaces with like the tragedy that is current publishing. And I don't like the way online bookish spaces have moved into, this present day 2025. So anyway, I'm going to run to Barnes & Noble because I have 2 Barnes & Noble gift cards that I have been just holding on to. And I'm like, what do I want to get with this? I would like put stuff in my online cart and be like, no, I don't want that. Like, I want to read it eventually, but like, I don't want it now. And I've been holding on. One of the cards I've had for a year. It doesn't expire. And the other one I've had for maybe half a year. Now I know what I can buy, okay? I'm going to Barnes & Nobles to get the illustrated editions of The Hunger Games and Catching Fire. And when I looked online, it said that both books are available at my closest Barnes & Noble. So I'm going to see, but first I want to show y'all my collection, okay? So here we are. This is my collection of the Hunger Games. The only ones that is not Hunger Games related is these books over here. These are an old series called, what is this? This is Delirium. And the reason that they're turned backwards is because I've read them already. And I was doing the thing where I would flip my books that I read, and then the ones that are facing forward are ones that I haven't read. But then I stopped doing that because I was like, no, I want to see the spines of my books. But anyway, look at all of my editions of the Hunger Games. So I have the original hardback box set. I have the paperback versions of the original covers in an extra hardcover here. I believe these were like in the one version of the movie covers, and then I have these which are UK editions. And when I opened them and started reading them, it is very much UK editions, like the spelling, some of the terminology is different, but yeah, hold on. So these are the UK editions that I have. Like, look at that. That looks so good. These are the, I believe, one of the movie version editions. Okay. And then here are my original paperback. Look at my tabs. My original paperbacks. So what the reason I have an extra hardback, okay, is because this was my original set. Okay, not this paperback here. This is my original set. I waited until they came out on paperback for the first two because I used to like really love paperbacks, but I waited until paperbacks and to read these when these were being released. But then when this came out, child, I wasn't waiting. I bought the hardback. I bought the hardback. But then me being me, I was like, it's just like the size difference is getting to me. Let me just go ahead and buy the paperback. And I bought it for $5 at Second and Charles. But then this is actually like slightly different. So this version, the words are raised on the cover, but then with the reprinting, they were no longer raised, they were flat, and it bothered me for whatever reason. And so I bought this with the sole intention of just reselling this or gifting it, but because this was different, I ended up just keeping my original books. I was like, it's my first copy. Anyway, and then my favorite editions are these white editions. This was originally the Australian special editions. It's something like that. It was another country's special editions. And I bought this back in like 2016, okay? And y'all, these are just, you gotta see. You gotta see. These are gorgeous, okay? Look. Look. When I tell you, I sought high and low trying to get these books when they were first released. And since I hate that like the boxes are so tight, it's hard to get them out of there, and it bends the books because they're packed in there so tightly. And then packing and shipping beat up my stuff, so that made it even worse. But like, anyway, y'all, and look how they look together. These are so cute. I love them. And so because, where am I? Hold on. And so because I had these, I didn't care about the anniversary editions, the white anniversary editions that came out here in the US, because I was just like, they're just white with like silver wording and stuff like that. But there was nothing else special about it. I was like, these are like 10 times better. So I didn't get the special editions that came out in the US. And now here I am getting essentially special editions again because I want the illustrated editions. I'm hoping that they don't, put really uncomfortable pictures in it. But being that this is the Hunger Games, I'm expecting something to be maybe even a little triggering. But hopefully not too much. Hopefully not too much. So let me restack my books and then head to Barnes & Noble. I completely forgot to mention that I also have Sunrise on the Reaping, which is the latest release, which I have not read yet. I do not have Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because I DNF'd that at 50%. And as far as I'm concerned, that book and that movie don't exist to me. No, I will not explain myself. But I have this. I am afraid that I am excited for it, even after the disappointment of The Book That Shall Not Be Named. I haven't read this yet just because with the way this year is going, I don't think I'm in the mood to read something like The Hunger Games. And for anyone that has read this entire trilogy, you know what I'm talking about. This book, the series is pretty brutal. And the fact that a lot of the stuff that has happened in here feels more true than ever, it's a tough time. Who's knocking? It's a tough time, but I'm gonna read this eventually. It's thinner than I thought it would be. How many pages are in here? There's only 382 pages. I'll read this eventually. I just haven't been in the headspace for it. Anyway. Okay, so it done got cold. It done got really cold. I feel like it was hot for so long, and then, oh my goodness, this is like really flying. It was hot for so long where I live, and then the leaves started to turn, and next thing you know, it's cold. Like, I got a scarf on right now. It's cold. But let me enter in my GPS where I'm going to get to this Barnes & Noble, because I feel like after a few turns, I start getting confused and lost due to all of the daggone construction that we have going on. So let me get myself situated. We'll talk when we get to the store. There she is. Okay, I am excited. I hope I find what I'm looking for.
Okay, let's just do a little clarifying. Pass this thing. Oh my God. Look at the cowboy boots.
I'm surprised these are here.
Yeah,
I thought these were on pre-order.
Yeah, it was Lane Avenue.
Okay, but let me find the illustrated editions. Okay, here it is. This one's right here in my face the whole time. Ugh. Okay, can't get it. Y'all look. It's beautiful. Okay. Wow. I DNF'd that. Okay, here I am on the ground, y'all. Look. Okay. You guys, I'm so excited. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm so happy. They only had 2 left of this. As you can see, it's a little bent up, but the second one over on the shelf is even worse. So I'm just gonna take this one. I mean, it ain't no more beat up than it would be had it been delivered in the mail. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get out of here. See, here's the second one. And I don't like how that looks. That's just me being picky. Because somebody like rebent that the wrong way. They got the box set. And here's this. This is beautiful, y'all. This is beautiful. Online, this is on pre-order, so I'm surprised it's in store already. And look at these editions. Ugh. These are pretty. I have that, haven't read it yet. And I'm trying to get all of these too. I have this one, I don't have this one. But I didn't come here for that. I just need to get what I came for and leave. But oh my goodness, y'all. I have this, but in the old cover. And I'm kind of sad that they didn't keep the hard covers the same, because even the hard covers now have these covers. So I will never have a matching set. Ooh, that's pretty too. still have Splintered here? Y'all, this book is old. Oh, I'd love to see it. Okay. I mean, they still got Matched in the Maze Runner too, so. And I don't think they'll ever get rid of Cassandra Clare. Let's see what's down here. Oh, that's the second book. And I was going to read the first book, but then Curious Tides. I was going to read the first book, but then I had to return it to the library, and I never got it again because people wanted to read it. So maybe I'll try and rent it again from the library. It is a thick book, and initially it was moving kind of slow. So I was like busy at work, so I was distracted, and I didn't get to read it in time. But anyway, wow. I love seeing a lot of the older books from my teen years here, like Delirium. Wow. Even Shatter Me, and I've never finished Shatter Me. I read the first book, or like half the first book, and was bored to tears. I know that's like really mean because people love Shatter Me, but I couldn't get down. Oh, I never seen these covers of Stalking Jack the Ripper. Look. These are nice though. I have those at home. Wow. Oh, and it comes in a box set now. Look. Is everybody getting illustrated editions? Ooh. It's full color. Almost. Oh, wow. Lizelle Sambury. This is her newest, I think, or maybe that one is. These two are her newest. Girl, she wrote a brick. I didn't know this book was that big. How many pages is this? Oh, that's the epilogue. Okay. 575. Wow. For anyone interested, pause the video. I have this one at home. Actually, I have, because this is a duology, I have both. Again, this one I rented from the library, had to give it back before I was finished. And I've never read this one. Oops, y'all not even seeing what I'm talking about. Never read this one. Dang, girl. And listen, I love me a thick book. I might have to come back to Barnes & Noble, child. Goodness. Oh, look it. It's the Avatar. Avatar Ong. They even got special editions of Caraval. And the white box set, that's pretty. Another older series. Hey girl. And here I am, stopped again, looking at these. I don't ever want to read that. And I didn't know the Zodiac Academy got new covers. I've never read them, but this is what they look like. Heck. Okay. Product has been acquired. I am back in the car and I'm coming out of this coat because I got hot walking around in there. I am so excited, you guys. I spent $11.54. Okay, so we got up there in the cash register van. Very kind, very friendly. Originally, it was $77 and some change, like almost $80. But then he price matched it online because it was cheaper online, price matched it. And then I had a $5 reward because I'm a Barnes & Noble member. So that knocked off another $5. And he was like, ooh, you almost got $15 off already. And I was like, well, I got 2 gift cards. And the gift cards knocked off another $50. I only had to pay $11.54 for these big chonkers of illustrated editions. Yeah! I am so excited. Oh my goodness. Everybody in there was so nice. The people that I talked to, the employees, I hope they have a wonderful day. So yeah, price match plus the $5 rewards plus the gift cards. I am so excited. I'm not a premium member though. That probably would have knocked off, what did it say right here? Premium member, I would have saved another $6.20. But that's okay. That is okay. And then he was like, after this, you have just gotten another $5 reward. So I got my $5 rewards back because of what I spent today. I'm like, this is wonderful. This has made my day. So it's time to go home. I'm not gonna have nothing else to talk about when I get home because I got what I came for. And I think when I go home, I'm just gonna probably go to the gym, get a little bit of workout in, and relax because it's the weekend and I don't have plans besides relaxing. So anyway, thanks for watching. I mean, I could do a deeper flip through when I get home, but y'all gotta go get it yourselves, okay? Go to Barnes & Noble or buy Barnes & Noble online. Why? So we can keep bookstores open, okay? I am trying not to give Amazon all of my money. All right, I understand that sometimes maybe you can't afford to go to the bookstore and you got to get the cheaper option on Amazon because the Hunger Games edition on Amazon, when I checked last night, this was only $18. Okay, and it's like over 30, it's 30 or a little bit over 30 in the store. It's $18 online. And so when they price match at Barnes & Noble, they price match to the Barnes & Noble website, because sometimes you'll get in store and it's a little bit higher, but online they have these online sales. So he price matched to the online price, but on Amazon it's $18. And I understand that some people want to spend 18 and not 30, but like, yo, let's keep bookstores open. Shop at bookstores, okay? So anyway, let me go home instead of yapping in this car. And thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you again soon.